Hey, what are we going to do for supper tonight? What do you think?
How about this?
Oh, cool. All right. All right, which one is this?
This is shrimp and rice.
Actually, that sounds really easy and good tonight. Thanks,
Yep.
hon.
Okay.
Here we go. Yeah.
Wow. Hey everybody, I'm Bill.
And I'm Elizabeth. Live simple.
Live free. And what do we have here?
Okay, this is just such a wonderful idea of a meal in a jar. Everything in here is very dry and it can just sit on a shelf. And we're doing a rice and shrimp one this time. So, pretty easy idea.
So, let me show you how we make it.
Yes.
So this is actually fairly fast and easy to make. So I'm going to start with the Thrive Life Instant Rice. 1 cup. And now this is a rice and shrimp meal. So this is brand new. They introduced it about a month ago. It's the freeze-dried shrimp. We love it. We've already used half of this can. That's how much we love it. Freeze-dried shrimp. It's actually small shrimp. You can see the size of it here. So I'm going to use probably 3/4 of a cup of the shrimp. Now as you build this, you can basically put in whatever you want. And you can change it up. You can put different vegetables, you can put different meats. Instead of using the shrimp, you can use hamburger or sausage or chicken, whatever you want to do. So then we have peas. I'm going to use 1/4 cup of peas. And corn, 1/4 cup of corn. Actually, you know what? I should be using 1/2 cup of each of these. Sorry about that. So I'm going to put in another 1/4 cup of corn. Another 1/4 cup of peas, and that actually makes it, oh, that's just shrimp. That actually makes it kind of neat as far as the layering there, because it's different colors. And then in this recipe, I'm going to use something a little bit unique. We're going to use pineapple. The Thrive pineapple is absolutely fabulous. Eat it dry right out of the can. Really great. Half a cup of the pineapple. Now this is the only thing that's not Thrive. This is unsweetened coconut flakes. I'm just going to kind of sprinkle some of those in there. And then for spices, I'm going to use the Thrive Life Vegetarian Chicken Bullion. And this is all just kind of to taste, so I just sort of use a rounded tablespoon like that. And then Thrive also has freeze-dried garlic, which is really fabulous. It's not a powder, It's not dehydrated. It's actually, I don't know if you can see this, it's actually like cubed, freeze-dried. I don't know if that's going to focus. Anyway, it's kind of a little dollop, half a spoonful of the garlic. And there you have it. So now we see one meal in a jar. And you can see it's layered, you can see the different colors, which is kind of cool. Now how do you use this? First of all, this is 2 good size bowls. So this is a meal for 2 if you each want to have 1 bowl of chicken and rice. All you have to do is just, I'll show you in a minute how to do this, but all you have to do is just put it in boiling water and let it sit for 5 minutes and you're ready to go. So if you have a bunch of these on the shelf, you get home in a hurry, or you need to cook in a hurry, you just pull it down, boil some water, pour it in for 5 minutes, and there you go, you're ready to go. Are you leaving town and your husband isn't, and your husband's not a cook? Give him a meal in a jar. He can just add water, and there you go. Take it with you. If you want to take it with you, I would recommend taking it out of the glass jar, pouring it into a Ziploc baggie. Very easy to take with you. Camping, backpacking, if you're going to fly somewhere and staying in a motel, you can take it with you and just heat some water in the microwave in the hotel room, let it sit for 5 minutes. There you go. A good, nutritious meal at a fraction of the cost of going out to a restaurant. You can use it at lunch at work if you have a microwave at work, or even just a tea kettle with a hot plate or something like that. You can make one of these at work. Very versatile. Like I said earlier, you can design these however you want. This is chicken, this is shrimp and rice. You can use chicken, or you can use hamburger or sausage, that sort of thing. Put in whatever vegetables you want, put in whatever spices you want. Very cool.
I know Bill was just mentioning so many good uses for this. I was thinking also of if someone is sick and needs a quick, easy meal, or if there's been some kind of emergency in someone's family, if you want, you can just gift them the jar. But if you would need to have the jar back, just take this same thing and just put it nicely in a Ziploc bag, and they could just have an easy, quick dinner or lunch. And of course, at Christmas time, you can make these up, and we got Christmas coming up. Well, pretty soon. And put a bow on it and let that be a gift, which I think is also just really cool. I thought of another thing too, is that, like, say you're in a hotel room and they don't have a microwave. Almost every hotel room has a little coffee maker, and you can heat water so easily. Just don't put the coffee in, and you can have hot water there too. So I think that's really pretty cool. So I'm just waiting for a minute with my tea kettle to get some water boiling, and it should be whistling at me soon. In general, the cans of Thrive Life food are good for 1 year after you open them. So I would think that going into a jar like this, where you seal it up real nice and tight, and of course don't store it in a lot of light. That's important. Store it in a dark place. That's a good idea anyway. I would think you might be able to make a bunch of these and still have about a year, at least a year out of it, during which you can use it. Everything is just bone dry in there. I think I'm about to hear a whistle. Oh, my whistle. Got nice boiling water in my tea kettle now. I like having my big wooden cutting board here because it gives me a good safe surface to set my hot tea kettle on so I can get this made. Now I have a pan here, and I'm using it because it's just a handy thing for me to put a lid on. So I'm going to go ahead, and here's my jar. Everything's ready to go in there. Pour it all out. Now I'm going to level it out a little bit. I'm going to put enough water so that it's covered, and plus just a little bit more. This is, of course, boiling water. Okay. Now, if stuff's floating up at the top, just take a spoon and push it down. There we go. And it'll depend on what you have in there. One thing that's really nice is that this is very forgiving. I think I put a little bit too much water in, but I'm gonna put the lid on. But this is really very forgiving because if you feel like it had a little bit too much water, there'll just be a little bit of water in the bottom. And if it's not enough and you notice it, just add more. So now let this sit for 5 minutes, just 5 minutes after I put the hot water in, and it should be good to go. And of course, if you have something at home that you would want to mix that in, just anything where you can put a lid on top. Goodness, you could take a beautiful ceramic bowl of some sort, put it in there, put the water in, and just stick a plate on top. It would work too. Just something where it can kind of hold that moisture in there like that. And in about 5 minutes, we'll have a very nice meal all ready to go. Now this meal, of course, is great in 5 minutes, but keep in mind that if you do decide to use the sausage crumbles or the hamburger from Thrive Life, maybe some of the pieces of chicken that might be bigger and thicker, it might take a few more minutes to really get the meat soft and tender. Not very long, but it might take a little longer than the 5 minutes, but it'll still work with hot water. I have some lovely hot water left. I'm going to make myself a nice cup of tea. Yum.
Okay, so this has now been sitting here for 5 minutes. Actually, it's more like 6 or 7 because Elizabeth was making her tea, but that's fine. So now this is not supposed to be soup. It's supposed to be a rice bowl. But if you want to make soup out of it, you just put in more water and a little bit more spice, and you're good to go. And see, here's the situation. We put a little bit too much water in it, and so there's water in the bottom, but it doesn't matter. Like I said, you can eat it as soup if you want, or you can just dish it out like the rice bowl that it's supposed to be.
It looks really good. That broth that's left in the bottom would be fabulous with a just to save and make a little cup of soup out of.
Yeah, it's got chicken bouillon in there and garlic, and yeah.
It'd
So
be good.
there you go, dear. Oh, honey, that smells so good. You know, with putting in the little bit of coconut and the pineapple with the shrimp, it gives it a kind of a, we could call it shrimp and rice Hawaiian style or something like that. I'm going to try a bite here. I love this new shrimp.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good.
It is.
Yeah, a little hint of pineapple, and there's a little bit of coconut with it, with the shrimp. Oh, that is really tasty. And the chicken bouillon works beautifully in there.
Yep.
Wow. So, how long did it take us to cook that?
Well, 3 minutes to boil the water and 5 minutes to let it soak, and we're ready to go.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Boy, that is good shrimp.
So there you go, everybody. Shrimp and rice, meal in a jar, fast, easy, delicious.
And you can make it be anything you want in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great.
So thanks for watching.
Live simple.
Live free. You be blessed.
We love you guys. We'll see you soon.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. My first Thrive Life meal. Broke open 7 cans of veggies and a can of chopped chicken to make this hearty stew. And it was just as Bill and Elizabeth said, and it was excellent. And instead of feeling pain and exhaustion from standing on my feet and chopping tons of vegetables and chicken and making a mess to clean up, this was so very easy. I only have 1 pot to clean. I am hooked. Now this comment came in after that big winter storm they had in Texas in the winter of 2021. One more comment I'd like to make about the Thrive Life Foods is that I just cracked open a can of scrambled eggs mix for the first time. Get it? Cracked open? I made myself some scrambled eggs. They were absolutely delicious. I've never had eggs taste so buttery and even slightly cheesy. Delicious.
even better than fresh eggs in my opinion. After relating making signs about losing my food, I don't understand what she's saying there, but something I forgot to mention is that all of the grocery stores in the area lost their food and suppliers lost their supply. The truck drivers can't get through with the weather conditions to deliver the new supplies, so it's going to be several days before the stores are really fully up and running. It's good to have food when you need it.